Alrighty, we're back. Okay, what I've done since then, I adjust my camera a little bit. I hope that's better. So, what I picked out, Let's Resin. This is Let's Resin's mica powder green. I have not used this. I've not used it mixing with resin, nor have I used it as a burnishing color. I'm going to try it. It's awfully pretty. And the banner, I do believe, my two favorite colors are purple and teal. I love teal. Ah, I love it. This is blue, but hold on. I think they might have a teal. That's awfully teal to me. I've used it for yeah, they've got royal blue and they've got blue. But personally, I think it's more like a teal. That's what but it's chrome powder blue. That's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to try to do a little bit of their silver around the edges, maybe on the banner. We'll see. We will see. I'm not sure about the branch yet either. Now, one thing you should know, that when you're burnishing, dusting and burnishing, and when I say dusting, I think I explained that before. That's just lightly using it for shading or for, you know, to lighten the color. You want that color, but you want it just, you know, just a touch of it. Then you dust. Burnish, you want the solid color. Okay, burnishing is what I'm going to be doing mostly. And on the edge of the banner, probably just dusting the silver. But when you do that, on whatever piece you're working on, whatever color you put down and burnish into the mold is protected. In other words, when I do this, say when I do the leaves and I go to do the branch, and I got a little doggy hair in there. When I go to do the branch, if I slip and went over, you know, little accident, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm going to wipe it off the mold, of course, but if it gets on your leaf that's already burnished, it's not going to matter, because whatever color you're laying down is the color you're going to get. You know, other colors on top of it are not going to affect it. And if it does, it's just purely by mistake anyway. So, okay, here we go. I think I'll just go ahead and start with the purple and put it where I feel, where I can leave some room for shading. And I also want to show you a few tools of the trade, so to speak. This brush looks like a big one, but most of the brushes I use are makeup brushes, good makeup brushes, and they last. You can define with most of them. But with Let's Resin, like with the chrome powders and with the, I think it came with thermal, not the thermal, but the intense, one of the two, you get a brush with them, which is really nice, and they're really soft, and I use it all the time. Got another one over there. I use it all the time. This one I like because it's kind of stiff and I can get in nooks and crannies with it. So I am going to start with, I'll probably end up using this one most of all. And then I have a few of my little tips, tiny tips. Micro brush. I couldn't remember. Sorry. I couldn't remember. It's kind of a void there. these are the micro brushes, one of them, and they are micro, they're tiny, but they also help to get in those nooks and crannies. So I'm going to move my brushes out of my way because I don't really want to knock something that knocks something else. Now, I'm not going to brush. I'm just going to show you. May do the whole thing, but I may not, depending on the time. So I'm going to pick up the pace because I've been going a little long on my videos, not even realizing, you know how time flies when you're having fun. Seriously, I am enjoying this. Now, anyway, so I might not do the whole thing, but I'm going to dabble in every color that I'm using in here, at least a little bit, but I will do the rose. So I'm going to start. I'm thinking that the darker, you know, is on the outside, the lighter on the inside, or vice versa. I'd say darker on the out. Whoop. Way to go, Deb. Darker on the outside. Now, when I do start burnishing, and most of you probably learned that in school or somewhere else along the line because you really like get it in there, and I just rub it. Just make sure that your brush, you're burnishing it with the brush part. It's very easy to really get into it, space off, and you can scratch, and that not only will scratch your color off, worse yet, it will scratch your mold. So you got to be real careful with that. And this little doodad here, this is supposed to go on your wrist. It's for makeup. It's for makeup artists. You put it on their wrist. That's for wiping and cleaning your brushes. It's a brush cleaner, and I just dumped, not a lot, but some of my purple, but I'll use it. Now, I'm going to hold this while I'm working so I can get up closer to see what I want as far as the shading goes. So make sure you get up your sides. You try to get a visual of what you want with the finished product, and you want to make sure that it goes up the sides because you're pouring all the way to the edge. I'm going to quit moving my hands around so much. I get this powder flying everywhere, and everywhere but where it needs to be. So make sure you get the sides and look down in there and make sure you get little crevices. And so I'm going to go up to about there over here. I'm going to stop there. And if you have to come back and, you know, burnish in a little bit more, so be it. You know, if you miss a spot, I always double check, triple check anyway before I pour my resin to make sure I didn't miss a little something. And I've been known to do that. In fact, this rose, I really had to get down in there, and a lot of different levels in that one, but it was fun. So as you can see, I'm getting right up the sides as well, and I want it dark, so I'm going to make sure I got it burnished in there real good. Okay, and I've got some on there already. And how did I do that? No telling. So you will see along the way, I have a tendency to make messes. But it's all right. Just a mess I have to clean up. As long as I don't mess up anything bad that can't be fixed, that's not going to happen. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Now my plan at this point is to continue around and do like probably that half. If you're looking from where I am, that's the bottom half of that petal, I do believe. And I want to get this bottom half, but the inner part of it, I want it in the pink. So, keep going here. Isn't that color just gorgeous? I love it. Very, very pretty. I really do enjoy doing this too. I do. I love this part of resin art as well. That's the fine tuning. That's what I call it, the fine tuning. And here we go. So here we have reached that point. So I got to pick and choose. You know what? It's just like I explained to you before, that when you put a color down, you don't have to worry about another color overpowering it, you know, because it's pretty much set in stone, so to speak. And if you have it on there, good. And I kind of, you know, it's a live and learn thing. With me, it was to get going on this, because I remember when I first started dusting, before I really got to like it, I was like not afraid of it. I was just like shied away from it. And anyway, once I did the burnishing part, not just the dusting, but the burnishing, I fell in love with it. So ever since then, I do it quite a bit, as you can see. Now, I'll have to take that off before I put the green on the leaf. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick up the pink. See, I'm just going to dab this here and there. I'm going to pick up the pink and put it where I want it. And then come back, kind of doing it backwards, aren't I? Well, that's personal preference. And then I'm going to come back and do the purple again. But I figured once I put the pink down, then there's no worries that way. So I'm probably, I don't like to take the lid off, put it back on, take it off, put it on, because I used the lid for the, you know, to apply it. I put some in the lid to apply. So now I got to clean my brush off. How these work, it's kind of like the texture of the fibers. It reminds me of like Velcro. That's what it reminds me of. But it does clean your brush. You wouldn't think so, but all it does, see there, it does a really good job. Now it's time for the pink. There's a lot in that one. Okay, gotta step away from the purple. So now, okay, you can see it okay? Now I'm gonna get that pink. Oh, isn't that pretty? Pink, just kind of here and there. Down inside. Just a little bit. I'm not gonna put much of the pink. Not a whole lot. Maybe there. Make sure I got it burnished in. Make sure I got that one burnished in. Now, I'm going to do the tip of this one. This one right here. And if you can't see, well, you probably can. I'm using the lid over here of the pink. Maybe a little more here. This time I'm going to use this. Maybe just a dash over here a little bit. Like it's blushing. And a little bit there. And you would think that this purple, you know, you get the purple on it, that it's gonna just, you know, cover it up and it disappears. That's not the case. Get it in there right. It'll definitely stay where it's going. Okay. So, alrighty then. Got the pink in there where I want it, and I really, what have I got under my nail already? Oh, purple. Imagine that. Okay. So that's all the pink. There's a bud right there. Oh. I just now realized that, everybody. There's a bud right here. Oh my. And I'm going to go ahead and just put just a little bit of pink right about there. See, this is more like dusting, but I really wanted burnished in there though, so there we go. And the thing is, if you change your mind, I've been known to, you change your mind with this, you can always, you can get your wet one, baby wipe, whichever you use, and spritz it with some alcohol. And that's, I believe mine's 99% in my little spray bottles. And get it on your wipe and go in there. Well, actually, if you're taking it all off, you would really need to soak it. You're better off using, no, not a paper towel, because a paper towel might scratch the mold. So you would gently do it, but it will come off. A lot of times these molds get, it's like I said, this is a new mold, so a lot of times they get stained. But normally that's from your inks, alcohol inks, and other pigment. So you can take it off and start all over, you know, and just remember what you did so you don't, you know, turn right around and do it again. And I've done that too, where it's like, oh, that's right, I wasn't gonna do that, and I took it out twice. So, anyway, this part's bugging me down here, but like I said, alcohol will take that out with the little micro brush. So now I'm going to come back and do the rest of the purple, and do the purple here. And I think I'm just going to leave this part of the bud, is the stem, of course, and the little cap there, and do them in green. So, purple, don't hide from me. I am going to use the bottle. I'm just going to really go in there and do it. Now that I know where my placements are. Again, I'm sorry, I'm going to pick it up. Well, you can see it though, right? Good. It's all good, right? Okay. And thank you for coming back and watching my videos. Or first time, thank you. I just started my channel. I've worked with resin off and on for several years actually, and I just kind of stepped away from it. I had some issues in my life and a few deaths in my family, and I just kind of went to a dark place. And then when I was coming out of that dark place, I picked it back up and realized this is straight therapy for me. I love it. I loved it then. I was just not in a very good frame of mind, you know. And anyway, that's behind me. Thank you, Lord. And everything's all good. And I probably work with resin every day. If I miss a day, it's because of a family get-together or a trip to the city all day or something, or traveling. Otherwise, this is where I'm at, up in my little studio, do what I do. Now, I do believe I got it all, but here's where it comes in. You get close to your light, and you double check and make sure you got your sides all the way up to the end. And, you know, if in doubt, you think, oh, that doesn't look dark enough, just go over it again. And this has no spots like the fingerprint found in the other rows. So I don't have to worry about that. It's a good mold. Really good mold. Here we go. Well, actually, that one is a good mold. In fact, you won't even be able to know it. Only I will know it. Well, now you'll know it, but that fingerprint was there. So, can you see where now where the pink is in there? And I even wiped over it with some purple, and it stayed put. So, we will see what comes of it. There we go. I always go back and check my sides just to be on the safe side. Don't worry about getting it on your mold. Like I said, it comes off. Okay. Get it on you. It comes off. Okay. So, there's the rose. So, that's the completion of that. The flower, rather. That's the rose, the flower part. So, I try to keep up with my keyword messes along the way. Excuse me. And this parchment paper, this is the second time I've used it. I got more, but well, it's there. I'm going to use it. And, excuse me. It wrinkles a little bit, but it's strong. I'm just going to kind of wipe that right now just with this. May have to come back with the alcohol, but okay. Alrighty. Looks good. Purple looks good. It's all good. There. Now, this will be interesting because, no, I'm not done. Oh, I wish one of you were here to remind me. I'm not done. I forgot the bud that I almost missed. I almost missed it again. Back to my little detail brush. It's funny because this big old handle compared to the handles on my other brushes, and yet it's got that short fiber, but it's strong, so you can get down in there in the crevices and go right to there. Well, maybe not. That won't hurt anything. You and I are the only ones that know that. We should kind of slip there a little bit. I'll leave it. Okay. Up the sides. Go both sides. Get a little bit more. Go above the pink. Keep on going. Keep on going. And I see I missed a little bit right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, everybody, I'm losing my voice again. I'm so sorry. So what I'm going to do, I just can't keep my voice very long. I'm going to do a leaf, and then I'm going to bid you all adieu. And when I come back on, I will have my voice. First and foremost, I will have my voice, and also this will be ready to pour. I just want to show you me just kind of create that leaf. I do believe I need a little bit of alcohol because a little bit of the dust. Excuse me. Okay, a little bit of the dust got down in there. I don't need much. Just gently wipe it off right there on the vein of the leaf. I'm sorry about my voice. Now I'm going to crackle and squeak and stuff. So, what is that? What is that? Well, while I'm here, take the clean part and wipe off the stem. Wipe off just a little bit. I'll probably take my micro brush and clean that up a little bit. So, now, I think I'm going to use this brush this time for the green. I also thought about, oh my, I want to do the veins. I'm going to do it, everybody. Do the veins in this color of the leaves. Well, we'll see how it goes. This is what I want to do. I'm going to try my micro brush and see if I can get maybe the vein. Boy, there's excess on that. Can you believe it? That little bitty thing, and it grabbed the excess. Maybe I'll just do the center one. How's that? Okay. Let's see. And that's another thing. You want to tap out when you're done, the area you're done in. Make sure that you're done in that specific area, and then you just tap it over your garbage can and blow it. You can use one of those cleaners, air cleaners that they have for keyboards, and they work good too. And just blow out all your excess powder. Okay. I like that. I'm hoping I've got, you know, I've never used, I've got a fine point, but it's long. And I've got a bunch of those little bitty ones, but most of those have got long, you know, they long fibers. I'm going to try this. See if it works. We'll see what it grabs. Yeah, might not grab anything. Oh, it did. Let me try it like right here. That's gonna work. That'll work. Just have to dip it a little more often. Tap it off. But it'll work. Look at there. Okay, better than this one. So I'm gonna go ahead now and color in. Come on, Deb. Make up your mind. Lid, the bottle. Which one is it? Okay. Everything's sticking to me. It's really humid in my studio. I got my window open, and we got storms coming in. So it's really humid right now. And even in here, so... Okay, this is just an example, but that's what I plan on doing. I'm gonna do all of them, change my mind. But I think that looks okay, don't you? Okay. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. Right now, since I flubbed up, I'm gonna just double check everything. Just in case. How's that gonna work? Oh, you guys. Oh, look at that. Look at that color. Oh, that's resin. You did it again. That is just really pretty. Very, very pretty. Wow. I love it. I love it. I want some more of it. I'm sorry. Okay, looky there. Isn't that gorgeous? Don't you think? I do. So I'm going to there's a thread. I'm going to get off now, everybody. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. But this is just, I'll be back. I'll be back. For you, it'll be a split second. To me, it's going to be, I don't know how long. I got to go gargle and then get back to this, do my banner, finish my leaves, branches, and clean this one up. And I'll be back with debubbled resin. Help me choose a color. And we will pour. Okay? So thank you for stopping by. And since this is evening to me, you have a great evening, a good night, and a good morning tomorrow morning, and I will be back. Thank you so much. Love you, and God bless.